I wanted to make this video just to kind of share my thoughts on Intel's upcoming Lunar Lake because it's an interesting redesign of their chip. There's a couple of new features. There's some features that they've just kind of gotten rid of for some reason or another. For those that don't know, Lunar Lake is launching next week, September 3rd. Meteor Lake it's succeeding Meteor Lake. Meteor Lake came out in 2023. It's the precursor to Arrow Lake, which will be launching later this year, but that's more higher end, high power consumption chips. So Lunar Lake is their mobile chip. It's going to be in your 13-inch or 14-inch devices. It's low powered. Might be in some, desktop NUCs. Might be in some mobile devices. Maybe handheld gaming devices would be neat. But yeah, there's a few changes I want to go over. So hopefully we'll be cutting those off in this video. The NPU stands for Neural Processing Unit. This is part of your CPU package, and it's designed to handle all of your AI workloads. So Meteor Lake was the third generation of CPU to carry an NPU as part of it. Lunar Lake is building on this and will be the fourth, except that we're seeing a massive uphaul. So Meteor Lake performed at about 9.5 TOPS. Lunar Lake on its NPU will go up to 48 TOPS. This means that Lunar Lake should be compatible with eligible. Eligible is a better word than compatible. This means that Lunar Lake should be eligible for Microsoft's Copilot Plus certification. Whilst it won't have it at launch, I did find an article between Microsoft and The Verge confirming that it will be coming. They are working closely with AMD and Intel to make sure that these new generation of CPUs do get Microsoft's Copilot Plus certification eventually as part of a free update. At the time of recording this, the Snapdragon is the only chip that has Copilot Plus certification. It's the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite chip. System memory has now been integrated as part of the actual CPU package with Lunar Lake, rather than using traditional SODIMM memory, which was used in Meteor Lake and all other generations. What that means is you're only going to get two available memory configurations regardless of model of CPU that you get in your device. You're either going to have 16 gig or 32 gig of system RAM. The reason behind this change is for better speed, lower power consumption, and quicker and direct access from CPU to the system RAM. If you need more than 32 gig of memory, you're going to have to wait until Arrow Lake comes out later in the year and just skip over Lunar Lake altogether. Lunar Lake has dropped hyperthreading support. What that means is instead of getting 8 cores, 16 threads, you're going to have 8 cores and 8 threads. Early benchmarks of these chips show that this is a good thing, and Intel's own marketing explains that, yep, we've redesigned it and we've worked out that it's more efficient to not have hyperthreading enabled. Lunar Lake will be launching with Intel's new Xe2 graphics called Battle Mage. Not much is known about it yet. In the context of Lunar Lake, Intel is claiming a 1.5x the performance of Meteor Lake when operating at the same power limit. This is a bold claim from Intel. If it actually manages to do 1.5x the performance of the outgoing Meteor Lake, that's an impressive figure, and I'm very keen to see the benchmarks. So, we got some new features. We got Bluetooth 5.4. We've got Wi-Fi 7. I'll put it up on the screen. There's a list of other features that it's going to be supporting, but it's got Thunderbolt 4 support. We already know Intel are going to support that. It's also got PCIe 5.0 lane support, which again, Meteor Lake already had that. But Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, these are new to Lunar Lake. This is a new thing for Intel, which is awesome to see. And that's it. So, what do you think on Lunar Lake? For me, it's going to be in direct competition with the recently launched Snapdragon X Elite chip from Qualcomm. I know AMD has a Strix Point CPUs, so it's going to be an interesting end of the year roundout, I think, when we have all these CPUs available to see comparisons between. What are your thoughts? How do you think that Intel's Lunar Lake is going to stack up compared to AMD's Strix Point? How do you feel about it comparing to the Snapdragon X Elite?